up, YouTube? Gallagher123123 back with something that should be exciting to a lot of you, especially to those of you who use Android. But if you don't use Android, you might find this neat as well. In this video, we are taking a look at the TalkBack Braille Keyboard. So a bit of background before we get into this demo. In 2014, with the iOS 8 update for iOS Apple products, Apple introduced Braille screen input, which is a way to type in Braille on the touchscreen of your iPhone. Well, earlier this month, Google has introduced a similar option on Android. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to set it up, and we'll take a look at just how it works. Now, a few things I do want to point out. I am using a Pixel 3a for this demonstration. Yes. And so things may vary slightly because with Android, some things can be made custom depending on the phone model. So there may be some differences. However, what I show you should work just fine. So, another thing I want to point out is when I actually get to demoing the keyboard, I will see how much of it I can actually show visually, but when we actually get to really typing with it, I may find I need to put my iPhone, just what I'm filming on, down so I can let you hear me type on this. So I apologize for those of you who like to see the video of what I am doing, but that might not totally be possible for this video. Okay, with that out of the way, I'm going to pick up my Pixel 3a and I'll unlock it. Now the voice you are hearing is standard Google TTS, however I have sped it up slightly. Okay, so I'm going to pick up this phone. Let's see.
9:57.
Okay, and I'm going to use the fingerprint sensor on the back.
Device unlocked. Friday, April 24.
To unlock it. And as you heard, we are unlocked. Now, the first step is to get into TalkBack settings. Now, the easiest way to do this is to invoke the global context menu. And to do this, we need to do a gesture that might be a bit tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's doable. We need to do a down and right motion, kind of in one motion. Now, hopefully you can see this, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do it.
Alert global context menu. Read from top 1 of 10 in list 10 items.
Okay, so I did that kind of fast. Sorry about that. But here we are in the menu, and it said we're in the global context menu and that there are 10 items here. I'm going to swipe right, and we'll see what's here.
Read from next item. Repeat last utterance 3 of 10. Spell last utterance 4 of 10. Copy last utterance to clipboard 5 of 10. Screen search 6 of 10. TalkBack settings 7 of 10.
Now, TalkBack settings is what we want. So to activate TalkBack settings, I am going to double tap.
TalkBack settings. Navigate up button.
Now, the version with the Braille keyboard is 8.2. And we'll see that
TalkBack settings
here.
Version 8.2.0.3039360097.
So that you need that version or higher to have the Braille keyboard option, which we will come to. So I'm going to flick right until we come to it.
Speech, heading, text is verbosity. Use proximity sensor. Speak passwords. Other feedback. Vibration feedback. Off. Sound feedback. Audio ducking. Decrease other. Braille keyboard.
And as you heard, we have come to Braille keyboard. I am going to double tap to open this.
Braille keyboard. Navigate up button.
Okay, so we are now in the Braille keyboard settings. I am going to swipe right to see what's here.
Braille keyboard. Braille keyboard, tap to set up in list.
Okay, so we heard the option.
Braille keyboard, tap to set up in list.
Braille keyboard, tap to set up. We want to double tap this to activate it.
Set up Braille keyboard. 1. Turn on Braille keyboard, tap settings below. On the next screen, turn on TalkBack Braille Keyboard. 2. Use Braille Keyboard. Open your regular keyboard, then tap the Choose Keyboard icon, keyboard_icon, usually in the bottom right corner. Select TalkBack Braille Keyboard. If you don't see an option to switch keyboards, try installing Gboard, the Google keyboard.
So it gave us some instructions on how to proceed. We need to enable the Braille keyboard, and it's going to redirect us to keyboard settings to do that. So I'm going to swipe right.
Cancel button. Settings button.
To find the settings button, and I'll now double tap to activate it.
Manage keyboards. Navigate up button.
And it has brought us in to the Manage Keyboards section. So I'm going to swipe right, and we should find TalkBack Braille Keyboard.
Manage keyboard. Search settings. Help and feedback. Gboard multilingual typing. TalkBack Braille Keyboard. TalkBack Braille Keyboard. Switch 2 of 4.
And there is the switch for the TalkBack Braille Keyboard. I will double tap.
Alert note, if you restart your phone and have a screen lock set, this app can't start until you unlock your phone. Cancel button.
It gives us a little note saying that this can't be started till after we unlock the phone.
OK button.
But we will say OK.
Braille Keyboard. Braille Keyboard. Enlist Braille Keyboard.
And we are back. So now I'm going to go into an app where we can type.
Home button. Home screen 1 of 2. Friday, April 24.
Now the app I'm going to use, I'm just going to use Google Keep, but this will work in whatever app we want to use. So I'm going to use the Google Assistant to open this.
Home button.
Open Google Keep.
Opening. Keep notes.
Refresh required. It may take a while. Keep notes. Search your notes. Edit button. Open navigate. New text note button.
Okay, so I have just used my Explore by Touch to find the new text note option. And we'll double tap.
Note opened. Refresh required. It may take a while. Refresh button.
Okay, it's saying something about
Showing
refreshing.
English
We'll
US
ignore
QWERTY
that.
keyboard.
Okay.
Add button. Title. Edit. Editing. Note. Edit box for note body.
Okay, so we are in the edit box for notes. So now I'm going to use Explore by Touch, and I'm going to explore near the right side of the phone.
Home button. Switch input method button.
To the bottom side of the phone. And as you heard, we
Home
did
button.
come to
Switch input method button.
Switch Input Method. I am going to double tap this to bring up the input switching menu.
Choose input method. Choose input method. Checked radio button. Gboard 1 of 3. Enlist 3 items.
So there are 3 items here.
Not checked radio button. Google Voice typing 2 of. Not checked radio button. TalkBack Braille Keyboard 3 of 3.
And the option we want is TalkBack Braille Keyboard. I will double tap to activate this.
Note. Edit box for note body. Enlist. English US QWERTY keyboard hidden. Braille keyboard displayed. Swipe
Now-
up with 3 fingers for more options.
Now, ordinarily, when you first do this, you will be taken in to the Braille Keyboard tutorial. Now, since I have used the Braille Keyboard before, it did not bring us into that. However, I am going to show it to you. So I'm going to put
Swipe
the
up with
phone
3
down.
fingers for more options.
I'll be quiet. I'm going to put the phone down, and I'm going to bring up the tutorial. And I'll be back when I have done so.
Braille keyboard tutorial out of list.
Okay, so we are now in the Braille Keyboard tutorial. And as I mentioned, this you'd be in automatically the first time you run the Braille Keyboard. So I'm going to swipe right, and we'll see what's here.
With the Braille keyboard, you can tap your screen to enter 6.Braille. Only Unified English Braille is currently supported. To type Braille, you need to hold and use your phone differently. Next button. Leave Braille keyboard button.
So it gave us some instructions
Next, with the Braille keyboard. Next button.
about that this only works in English at the moment and Unified English Braille. And it said to click the next button to continue.
Next button.
So I will double tap on next.
Starting now, you won't be able to use regular TalkBack gestures. TalkBack isn't available while using the Braille keyboard. First, turn your phone so the screen is facing away from you. Next, rotate the phone horizontally to landscape position. Your hands should grip the short ends of the phone. Your right hand should hold the end with the USB port. Rest your 3 middle fingers on the screen and use your pinky and thumb to support the phone. When you're ready, double tap the screen to continue. To exit Braille keyboard, swipe down toward the ground with 3 fingers. This switches back to your original keyboard.
Okay, so I'm going to...
First, turn your phone so the screen is facing away from you.
I'm working on it.
Next, rotate the phone horizontally to landscape position. Your hands should grip the short ends of the phone.
So you kind of want to
Your
have the
right hand should
phone...
hold the end with the USB port. Rest your 3 middle fingers on the screen and use your pinky and thumb to support the phone.
So if you've
when you're
used...
ready, double tap the screen to continue. To
If
exit
you've-
Braille keyboard, swipe down toward the ground with 3 fingers.
Okay,
This
sorry.
switches back to your original keyboard.
Sorry. If you've used Braille screen input on the iPhone, you may be familiar with screen
First,
away,
turn your phone so the
with
screen
screen
is
away
facing
mode.
from you.
And screen
Next,
away
rotate your
mode
phone
is the
horizontally
way
to
this
landscape
works.
position. Your hands should grip
So
the short ends
you
of
want
the
to keep the
phone. Your right
screen
hand
kind
should
of away
hold
from
the
you.
USB
I'm going to
port.
double tap
Rest your
and we'll
3
see what it
middle
wants us
fingers
to
on
do
the screen
next.
And use your pinky and thumb to keep the screen faced away from you. Hold your phone in both hands on the short edges of the phone so that the middle 3 fingers of each hand can touch the screen. Your left index finger should be on dot 1. Now tap dot 1 to type the letter A.
Okay, so it's giving us some tasks to try and do, and it wants us to type the letter
Tap
A.
dot 1 with your left index finger to type A.
I'm getting there, lady. So I'm just going to try and show you what the screen looks
Tap
like.
dot 1 with your left index finger to type A.
So A is kind of on the bottom left of the keyboard. Okay,
Tap dot
I'm
1
going
with
to
your
put
left
my
index
phone,
finger to
my
type A.
iPhone down, and I will complete the rest of the tutorial and kind of describe what I'm doing.
Tap dot 1 with your left index finger to type A.
Okay, it's being very chatty, so let's put this down and do it.
Tap dot 1 with your left index A. Next, try typing the letters B, C, and D. B. Tap dots 1, 4 to type the letter C.
So 1 and 4 are at the bottom, so I'll
Tap
type
dots
C.
1, 4 to type the letter C. C. Tap dots 1, 4, 5 to type the letter D. D. To delete a letter, swipe left. Try it now.
Okay, so it's told us that to delete a letter,
Email.
we
Hicks
want
no
to
Jennifer's chat.
swipe
To delete
left.
a letter, swipe left. Try it. A deleted. To add a space, swipe right. Try it now.
And to add a space, we swipe right.
Space. To hide the keyboard, swipe down with 2 fingers. Try it now.
Now, I want to make one note about this gesture. It's
To hide
saying
the keyboard, swipe down with 2 fingers.
to swipe
Try
down.
it now.
Now, the way it's thinking is that you're swiping down towards the ground. So that might feel, at least for me,
To hide
like
the
a
keyboard,
swipe
down
up.
with 2 fingers. Try it now.
So when I do it,
Hide keyboard. Usually, this will hide the keyboard. The Braille keyboard will stay open because you're still in the tutorial. To switch to your other keyboard, swipe down with 3 fingers. Try it now.
now it wants us to do a similar gesture, which would switch us to the other keyboard. So I'm going
Switch to your
to
other keyboard,
do the
swipe
swipe down with 3
fingers.
fingers, or it's more
Try
of
it
an
now.
up.
Next keyboard. Usually, this will switch to the next keyboard. This time, you're staying in the Braille keyboard because you're still in the tutorial. To finish the tutorial, you'll open the options menu. Swipe up with 3 fingers to show more options. Try it now.
Okay, I'm going to swipe up now, or this might feel more like a
To
down.
finish the tutorial, you'll open the options menu.
bring in the
Swipe up
options
with 3
menu,
fingers
so
to
do
show
that.
more options. Try it now. The options menu is open. Flip your phone back and hold it normally. You can now use regular TalkBack gestures to navigate. Swipe right to find the Finish Tutorial option. Braille keyboard options. Switch to uncontracted Braille, 1 of 4, in list 4 items.
Okay, so we are now in the options menu for the Braille keyboard. And we have several options here.
See all gestures, 2 of 4.
We can switch to uncontracted Braille, see all gestures,
Finish Tutorial, 3 of 4.
finish tutorial,
Settings, 4 of 4.
or go into Braille keyboard settings. I'm going to swipe left
Finish Tutorial, 3 of 4.
and double tap finish tutorial.
Showing Braille keyboard. Rotate your phone horizontally to landscape position with screen facing out to start typing.
And it gives us that instruction to start typing. And I'll just get in close so you can see, if you're able to have some vision, to see how these dots are laid out. So on the left side, going from bottom to the top is 1, 2, 3. And 4, 5, 6 is on the right.
Swipe up with 3 fingers for more options.
I'm doing my best. Hopefully I'm describing this positioning right, but this is just to kind of show you how this works. You really need to try it yourself to fully grasp how it works. So now that I have it up, I'm going to put my phone down and I'll try and type something. And you should be able to hear the key echo.
Cap. H-E-L-L-O. T-O. Hello do.
Okay, that space didn't register, but hello too.
A-L-L. All. O.
Oh, contracted braille is on, okay.
A, O. O deleted. M, A, Z. Shish. Shish deleted. Ping. Amazing. F, I. I delete F deleted.
Sorry about the mistakes.
B, I, E, W, S, viewers. Of, D, cap. G, A, L, L, A, dot 4. Dot 4 deleted. G, H, E, R. Number 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Gallagher 123,123. Y, O, U, cap, T, U, B, E, YouTube. Cap, C, H, A, N, N, E, L, period. Channel. Cap. TH. This. I, S, is, A, T, E, S, T. Test. O, F.
Sorry, I'm somehow forgetting to use contractions sometimes.
Of. D, cap. T, A, L, K. Cap. B, A, C, K. TalkBack. Cap. B, R, L, Braille. K, E, Y, B, O, A, R, D, period. Keyboard. Cap. TH. This. I, S. Is. A, M, A, Z. Ping. FF. Amazing.
Okay. So this is kind of the way I have it positioned, if you can see that I have it on the table. So the screen is away from me. If I get in there, you'll see it's behind it there. And so it does take some practice to type. Now, I will swipe down with 2 fingers to dismiss the keyboard.
Braille keyboard hidden. Keep notes.
And we can make TalkBack read what I wrote.
Add button. Undo button. Hello to all of you amazing viewers of the Gallagher 123,123 YouTube channel. This is a test of the TalkBack Braille Keyboard. This is amazing. Edit box, note for note body, in list.
Okay, so there we go. Now, the Braille Keyboard will pop up when an edit box comes up. So if I double tap,
Braille keyboard displayed.
we have the Braille Keyboard up again. So I'll just type in another little sentence.
Cap. G, R, T, great, J, O, B. Cap. Cap
Oops.
deleted. Job. Cap. G, O, O. G, L, E, period.
And I'll do a swipe down with 2 fingers.
Braille keyboard hidden. Google. Keep notes.
And again, I'll let it read the full.
Title. Hello to all of you amazing viewers of the Gallagher 123,123 YouTube channel. This is a test of the TalkBack Braille Keyboard. This is amazing. Great job Google. Edit box, note for note body.
And there we go. It works. So really quickly, just to show you again that it will pop up in other apps as well, I'll exit this.
Home. Home screen 1 of 2.
And go into
Friday,
Google
April
Chrome.
Messages. Phone. Apps lit. Phone. Message. Gmail. Chrome. 5% progress bar. Chrome. Home. 100%. Important COVID-19 update from the President. Eastern Nazarene College WebView.
Okay, so we have a page up, but I will go
Bank.edu/COVID-19
the top
information
the page,
COVID-19
and I will double tap,
Braille keyboard displayed.
and we have our Braille keyboard up. So that, so I'll just dismiss this.
Braille keyboard hidden. Chrome. Home, but. Home screen 1 of 2. Chrome. Screen off.
Oh, I did think of one thing that we probably should do is take a quick look at the settings. So let me go back in here.
Device unlocked. Chrome.
I will go into, let's go back into Chrome.
Gmail. Chrome. Braille keyboard displayed.
Okay, and the
Braille
keyboard is up.
displayed.
So you want to do a swipe down with 3 fingers, although that's, when it's down flat, it's more of a swipe up. So let's do that.
Showing English, US QWERTY keyboard.
Oops.
Chrome.
I'm sorry, I did the wrong gesture. So now you can see what happens when you switch keyboards. We are back in... This is actually a good mistake I made. So I just switched back to Gboard, which is the standard QWERTY keyboard. So now I'm going to find that switch input button.
Switch input method button.
And double tap it.
Choose input method. Not checked radio button. Not checked radio button. TalkBack Braille Keyboard 3.
So again, that switch input button for me is on the bottom right of the screen. So here's the TalkBack Braille Keyboard.
Braille Keyboard displayed. Swipe up with 3 fingers for more options. English, US QWERTY keyboard hidden.
And I'll do the swipe up, except it's really a down on the. It's hard to explain this in a way. Because when the screen's away from you, I guess it's more you're swiping down towards the ground when you do the swipe up, and it's like up towards you. So I think that's the best way for me to explain it.
Braille keyboard options. Switch to uncontracted Braille, 1 of 4.
Okay, so here is the menu. You can switch to uncontracted Braille.
See all gestures, 2 of 4.
See all gestures.
Open tutorial, 3 of 4.
You can run that tutorial again, and that's how I showed you the tutorial.
Settings, 4 of 4.
Or there are settings. First,
see all gestures, 2 of 4.
I'll show you the gestures. So let's go into see all
Braille
gestures.
Keyboard gestures. To add a space, swipe right in list. To delete, swipe left.
So I'm just swiping right to go through these.
For a new line, swipe right with 2 fingers. To delete a word, swipe left with 2 fingers. To hide the keyboard, swipe down with 2 fingers. To switch to the next keyboard, swipe down with 3 fingers. To submit text, swipe up with 2 fingers.
So swiping up with 2 fingers will submit it or send. So if you're using, say, the Android Messages app, if you swipe up with 2 fingers, that will send your text.
For help and other options, swipe up with 3 fingers. Done. Button. Out of list.
So we'll say done to get out of this.
Braille keyboard options. Switch to uncontracted Braille, 1 of 4.
And we're back in
list
the
4
options
items.
menu.
See all. Open tutorial, 3 of 4.
Open tutorial, I showed you the tutorial already, so I'm not going to go in there. However,
Settings, 4 of 4.
we will go into Braille keyboard settings.
Braille keyboard. Navigate up button. Braille keyboard. Braille keyboard in list. Language, Unified English Braille.
So there's an option for language. I'm not sure if there's anything.
Language. Checked, Unified English Braille.
So there's currently nothing else in there.
Cancel, but.
So let's cancel
Braille
that.
keyboard. Language, Unified. See all gestures.
Again, we can see all gestures.
Include all press dots. Each press dot is part of the input, even if the dot is released before other dots on switch. Email, Terry.
And so,
include all press dots. Each press dot is part of the input, even if the dot is released before other dots on switch.
they'll include all, like, the press dots.
Include all. Reverse dots. Swap the dot positions so that dots 1 and 4 trade places, for example, off switch.
So you can reverse the dots, so 1 and 4 essentially swap positions. So, yeah.
Typing audio, typing echo, read all letters and words.
So, and then we have typing audio.
Typing audio. Typing audio, typing echo. Checked, read all letters and words, 1 of 2.
We can have it read all letters and words.
Only read words, 2 of 2.
Or we can have it only read words. I'm going to leave it on
Checked, read all letters and words, 1
read
of 2.
all letters and words, just because I do tend to still make mistakes.
Oh, cancel, button, out of list.
But I will go ahead and cancel this.
Braille keyboard. Type.
So another quick note, because I don't think I demonstrated this, but if you swipe left with 2 fingers, it will delete the full word. So instead of going character by character, you can delete the full word.
Home. Home screen, 1 of 2. Chrome. Screen off.
Okay, I believe that's everything. Our basic demo of the major features of the TalkBack Braille Keyboard. If you have tried this, I'd be very curious to know your thoughts on it. So feel free to put them in the comments. And if you have questions as well, I'll do my best to answer those. But personally, I was very excited when I learned that Google had come out with this update, because that's one of the big features that I know I love about the iPhone, is that I can use Braille screen input. Now, the approaches are slightly different. However, Google's implementation of it does work. So, I hope you've enjoyed this look at the TalkBack Braille Keyboard for Android. And stay tuned, more content is on the way. If you found this video helpful, I would encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel. And stay tuned, because more content is on the way. Thank you for watching.
We hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, please subscribe for more, and feel free to comment. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, at Gallagher123123. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.